compounds. Notes, make sure you have your note guides ready, and here we go. So, covalent compounds are compounds that have covalent bonds. Remember, keyword there, right there, sharing, hopefully remember from our previous unit. They share electrons. They're called molecular compounds. Don't care if you know that. What I do care that you know is that covalent compounds are made by sharing electrons, as always, to get to that full octet, that full outer energy level, and much more importantly, they form between two nonmetals. It's because both of these nonmetals need electrons, so they can't just lose and gain them like ionic compounds. They're going to have to share them. And because they're sharing them, they actually are attached, unlike ionic, which really just overlap because of their charges. So, molecular formulas show the number and kinds of atoms present. So we see this, CO. There's no numbers next to either the carbon or the oxygen, so there's one of each. Here's some more examples. CS2, 1 carbon, 2 sulfur, SiO2, 1 silicon, 2 oxygen, and BF3, 1B boron, and 3 F fluorines. So nothing new here. We said binary still means 2 elements. Molecular means nonmetals, we've already said. And because it's molecular, because we're sharing, they're not ionic charges. Nothing is being gained in terms of electrons or lost. So go ahead, pause while you put all this into your notes. How do we name them? Well, these are the easiest of them to me. Maybe the straight group 1 or 2 with a nonmetal ionic is easier, but these are close, if not easier. What you're going to do is you're going to use prefixes, followed by the names of the elements of the 2 nonmetals. Meaning, if we have 2 nonmetals, 2 things from the nonmetal, the right side of it, we're going to name them with prefixes for the number of atoms there are. If you look here, BF3, we just named boron because it's a 1 and it's first. If the second element, there's only 1, we'll put a prefix in front of it. But boron, and because there's 3 fluorines, we put the prefix for 3, tri, and as always, we end in I, fluoride. Probably doesn't seem easy yet, but when we go over a few more and show you the prefix chart that you won't have to memorize, that you'll be given, you should be good. N2O4. Well, the prefix for 2 is di, so we throw that in front of the first element, nitrogen. 4, prefix for that is tetra, and then oxygen becomes oxide. So this would be paired deck if you were using that, which you're not if you're doing these on your own, but always try to think of what we're asking. Covalent bonds here formed by, key is sharing electrons. What do they form between? Hopefully you said nonmetals. And here's that prefix list. Mono for 1, di, tri, tetra, penta. Most of them are common sense from math. You probably know most, if not all of these already. Go ahead, pause while you put this into your notes. If you want to, actually it won't even let us right now. Oh yeah, there you go. You can Google that if you want to have your own song break, but I'm not going to show them on the makeup notes.
Research, written, performed, edited.
Maybe I am, by accident. Come on. Oh, is it? What's going on here? 1 second. It skipped a couple of them. Actually, it skipped a lot of them. Whoa. All right, we're back to normal, I think. So some more examples here. CO2. We probably know that one. We really know it's carbon dioxide. But hopefully now we know why. Di is the prefix for 2. Oxygen becomes oxide. And like I said earlier, mono is only used if the second element has 1. Carbon is the first element, So we don't have to put monocarbon, we just put carbon instead. Something you'll get used to. Now this is the second element having one. So again, first element 2, you'll look at your chart. Di is for 2, so dinitrogen. Since this is the second element and there's only one of them, it becomes monoxide. I'm sure you've heard of carbon monoxide because it's dangerous and you might have detectors in your house for it. Well, this is same naming as that. Yet another one to look at here. We got PCl3. Nothing by the P, so it's just phosphorus. 3 is tri. Chlorine becomes chloride. So you're always going to use those prefixes as long as you have 2 nonmetals. If the first element is a nonmetal, you don't even have to look at element 2. So pause and try to think of these on your own, or maybe type them into your note guide before I give you the answers. Pause while you put that in, and that's the end of your notes.